It's arson. It is arson. Not all of it, but some of it. And that's the important thing to take away, that there's tangible proof and people that have been arrested for arson. Welcome back to another video, everybody. This is going to be a very important one. You're going to want to share this on Twitter or Facebook or whatever groups you're a part of, because the Alberta fires, a good amount of them, have actually been proven to be arson. You don't believe me? Well, just wait 1 second. Before we get into it, I want to encourage you to give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So here we go. Right from Global News. Right on Global News' website. This is not an altered page. I will refresh the page to show you that this is very real. Charges laid in series of intentional set Alberta wildfires residential arsons. This is May 4th, 2023. Where people have actually been arrested. Charges have been laid against an Alberta man in connection with an RCMP call, a series of intentionally set wildfires. RCMP has called it a series of intentionally set wildfires, as well as several arsons to vehicles, homes, and a church. Now, there has to be an important distinction made right at the beginning. Not all of the fires are intentional that we know of. But there has been tangible proof, and people that have been arrested, charges are being laid against them because undeniable evidence shows that it is arson. How many of these wildfires in Alberta are arson? No one knows as of right now. We might never actually know. And there's a good chance that the ones deep into the woods, they could never be discovered through a series of investigations, or it could just be natural. We don't know. We don't know, but the important takeaway is that arson has played a factor in this. Cold Lake RCMP, the RCMP Serious Crimes Branch, the Forestry Crimes Unit, and the investigators from Alberta Forestry and Parks and Tourism worked together to investigate a series of intentionally set wildfires that occurred between August and September of 2022, as well as vehicles and structures set on fire in the hamlet Sherry Grove in April 2023. All right. So now when you look at other media outlets such as Yahoo News, Alberta wildfires surge sparks unproven arson claims, or AFP fact check that says conspiratorial post claims wildfires raging in Alberta were set intentionally to disrupt the provincial election or for other political purposes, but there's no evidence of widespread arson and displaced voters can still cast ballots. Or when you go to the alberta.ca website and they have a warning at the top, says hot, dry conditions continue in most of the province, resulting in numerous wildfires. A provincial state of emergency has been declared. Albertans who require assistance can call 310-4455 for wildfire related information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay. Nowhere does it say anywhere else that you should look out for arson, you should report arson, or some of the fires are proven to be arson. This is being swept under the rug, and because it's been swept under the rug, for some reason, that's the only article, like Global News and maybe one other mainstream media outlet actually covered the story of the person who's been arrested. It's pretty sketchy. It's pretty sketchy. That's why these conspiratorial claims are on the rise. Now, is there a link between the wildfires, the intentionally set wildfires, and the upcoming we're almost here NDP versus UCP election for the premier of Alberta? Well, that's just coincidental. Like, it's so close to making sense that there's a big probability of that happening, but we don't know. There's no conclusive evidence, but you can use your brain. I don't know. It's kind of like the whole the jab is, killing people, how that started off as a conspiracy, and then as time went on, it's like, oh yeah, it did kill people. Anyways, next question, moving on to the next topic. So are we going to see an investigation? Probably not until way after the election. But here we go. This is how I found out about this. Mark Slapinski on Twitter. Police have confirmed that wildfires in Alberta are being caused by arsonists. Grand Prairie RCMP have one suspect in custody and are hunting down several others. Do you think the climate extremists have gone too far? And here is the article. Alberta wildfires caused by arsonists, one suspect in custody. Jesus, man. That is crazy. Police Officers in Grand Prairie, Alberta have arrested one suspect and are looking for several others in connection to an arson investigation, as reported by local media. Grand Prairie RCMP officers have relayed to the media that they believe fires in the city were intentionally set, having arrested one person in connection with the blazes. Witnesses report that fires are being intentionally set, and videos of reported arson are being circulated on social media. I'm sure one of the fires was arson because the wooded area behind the hotel had a lot of greenery, and there's no other explanation as to why a fire would start. And for those who don't know what that means, the greenery means the forest isn't dead. And so it's really difficult to naturally start a fire, from dryness, because greenery means it's not exactly dry. When it's brown, when it's dead, that means that the leaves and the trees are dying and really dry. But green is lightning could, I guess, start it if it's not really damp, but it doesn't the sun won't just turn a green forest into a blaze if it's been soaked and if it's moist enough. That's a weird word, eh? Okay. Schmelzer is one of several Albertan residents that have connected the recent fires in the province to arsonists. I'm staying in Grand Prairie, Alberta last night, and behind my hotel, a fire starts. This is the video. That's a big fire that's just creeping up on your hotel, man. I hope you got out of there safe. While some have speculated that all the ongoing fires in Alberta were intentionally set to disrupt the voting process or the other political purposes, there is no evidence at the time to support the claim. But the important takeaway from this is the fact that people are in custody. People are being charged for arson. Now, will CBC, will CTV, will politicians admit this? Well, probably not, because it's conspiratorial. Now, does it have to mean that the people who've committed the arson are political activists? No, it doesn't have to mean that. Can it mean that? Well, of course, most certainly. And do you think that this is an extreme new take that they're doing? Well, I don't know. There's a lot of political activists that are doing some pretty crazy stuff now in the world. So it's not that far of a stretch. When you weigh the scales of, is it or is it not? It's kind of tipping more towards the it is or is it happening? And that's why a lot of people are resulting to this conspiratorial mindset, because if it makes sense, if the shoe fits, then probably it's likely that that's happening. But I'd love to pass the question off to you guys and gals and everyone in between. Do you think that this is a conspiracy and whoa, man, whoa, chill out, bro, chill out, man? Or do you think that this is this is definitely arson, and a lot of these fires are arson, and this is a political attack against Alberta? I'd love to know what you guys think down below in the comments. Stay tuned on my community tab. I'll probably do a poll about this in the coming days, especially leading up to the election. And that's where we're going to end the video. Thank you so much for watching the video. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. It adds a layer of insurance if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. If you want to support the channel financially, you can do so by checking out the merch shop linked right up there. Or if you want to do something for free, which is also absolutely acceptable and highly encouraged, you can subscribe right there. If you want to continue watching videos like this, you can do so by clicking or tapping right there to watch the next upcoming video. And if you want to watch a little bit of different content, but also Canadian stuff, you can do so by clicking right up there. That's my second channel, House of Canada, also known as the House of Commons Highlights. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.